guys! So I wanted to talk about ambition and what drives me. I'm a very ambitious person. I think I get it from my father. I mean, my father grew up in a farm in China, had no electricity really growing up, or running water growing up. You know, made it to the #2 school in China, got his PhD in electrical engineering, you know, was one of the top of his class, you know, got invited to go do research in the United States, and now has a business that, you know, he is making a lot of money and doing deals with different countries in the utility industry. So, I mean, my father is my biggest role model in my life, I would say, because he's just made it all on his own without any help from anyone, really. Like, you know, his family can't support him. He's just learned how to go out there, put himself out there, and create a life for my mom and his kids. So I think I get that drive from my dad, just both genetically and growing up with him. I consider myself very, very lucky. I'm an immigrant. And when I went back to China, you know, we're not really from like a lavish part in China. I know a lot of immigrants are from big cities, but we're not really from that great of an area. And so I saw a lot of people who didn't have a lot of, like, I saw a lot of, you know, people just selling food on the street, living on the street, and people who were just so, I think in a country that is still kind of third world, not everyone has the ability to eat. Whereas I feel like in the US, you have like government welfare, just more initiatives to help feed people. I mean, not everyone has an opportunity to eat in the United States, but I think it's a lot more than a huge country like China. And I saw these people working so hard selling vegetables on the street, and both my parents are from the same town in China, and all their families from that same town. And I saw these people and I was like, I am so genetically similar to these people selling vegetables on the street. They're making a couple pennies, like probably US pennies a day, but we probably have the same exact DNA almost, right? And it's not fair that they're here on the street, you know, with really, really dark skin, just selling vegetables. 12 years old, and I was like, my biggest fear is like, you know, figuring out what to wear for the first day of school. And when I was that young and I saw how lucky I was, or I am, you know, it's not fair that it was my father who was able to make a better life for himself in the United States, and I was, you know, his daughter, and he could create a better life for us. But I might have as well, if my dad didn't have that chance and went for it, I could be selling vegetables on the street, you know? And it made me realize just how lucky I am. And when I saw my dad, you know, eat lunch or dinner with all his friends from high school, they are in a very different situation than what we are in. And I just realized how lucky I was to have the opportunity to be in the United States and to not have to worry about whether I'm gonna go to bed hungry at night, or whether I have a roof over my head, or whether if I get sick I have a doctor to go to, because these people didn't. And I totally could have been one of them. Totally could have been. And so I think from that point on, I've been very driven, because I know that I am so lucky to be here. And every opportunity that comes my way is an opportunity that I am so thankful for. And that is why I'm a go-getter. That's why I'm so driven. That's why I work so hard, because I know that not everyone even has the opportunity to work hard for something they believe in or love. Now that I think about it, my stress comes from wanting to make such a big difference in the world, which is stressful. It is. There are times I lay awake at night, and there's just times when I freeze because I don't know what's going on. But I look back and I think that at least I have the opportunity to have this fear. You know, I think a lot of people in the world don't even think about what they're doing day to day. It's a means to survival. And the fact that I have such a drive to want to change the world, I consider very, very lucky. And I put a lot of stress and pressure on myself to follow through with what I say and to keep my promises to people and to do the best damn job that I can. But I have to realize that it's also a gift, and I shouldn't, you know, I should look at it from that perspective. I am just so thankful that I had what I had growing up, or didn't have, and I am so thankful that I am intelligent, I'm young, I have a lot of energy and a lot of drive and a lot of passion. I graduated from one of the top schools in the world, and I have so much to offer. It's a little bit scary thinking about it, because it's kind of like you just want to do everything you can, right? But I'm only human and I can only do so much, and there's other pressures, you know, that as a woman I should be. And you know, it's not always easy, but at least those are my problems, and I'm actually thankful that those are my problems. They're not even first world problems, they're like the top 1% first world problems, you know? And I think we need to be cognizant of that and realize how lucky we are to worry about things so frivolous like makeup or beauty products, or startups even, like, you know, like, oh, are we going to raise a Series A or a Series C or get this investor in line with us? Like, yeah, I mean, that's really great, and great that we have those ambitions, but at the same time, like, we should be so fortunate to have problems like that, because not everyone can even think like that. You know, they're so worried about their survival. And I don't believe that I'm any better than those people who are worried about survival, because, you know, we're from the same exact place, same exact DNA almost. I just was lucky. You know, I was just in a lucky situation that my father was able to go on to the United States and pursue research and all that. But yeah, that's kind of where I get my drive from. And when I talk about my dad, he is, you know, so much to me. And I look up to him a lot, and I'm very glad that he taught me the importance of hard work. I remember when I was in elementary school and I got, you know how you get, like, in elementary school you don't get like A's or B's or C's, you get like average, above average, like excellent. I remember I got only an average rating, and it was something that, like, I wasn't really that great at or whatever, but I remember my dad telling me when I was like 8 years old, like, it's not because you're not great at it, it's because you don't work hard. And I was like, huh? And he was like, do you really think that I'm this successful because I'm smart? No, I'm not smart. I just work harder than everyone else. You know, when people are, you know, playing, when people are going out with their friends, when people are shopping, I'm working. And he's like, when you're watching TV and, you know, doing blah, 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 and, you know, just messing around, people are working. And 8 years old, I was taught that success is only a result of hard work and nothing else. I mean, honestly, like, intelligence and, like, blah, 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 it's so overrated. It's all about hard work and the effort you put into something. And from that age, I, you know, have been so driven and ambitious because I saw how hard my father worked, and my mother too. I mean, both are very hard workers. You know, my mom is she's a very strong-willed, strong-minded woman, and those two together, like I've been raised with very, very hardworking, strong-willed people. So that has really, really taught me a lot. It was a very long tangent, but I hope this gives you a glimpse into my life and behind my incentives for wanting to do so much and to be so driven. I know ambition is a double-edged sword, and I can get into a whole conversation about that some other time, but for now let's keep it on a positive note. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and if you like beauty videos, subscribe to my beauty channel. Or maybe I'll put this on my beauty channel because I think it does have like that Dazers 89 concept to it. So thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.